Nothing humbles you faster on a Disney vacation than your body not cooperating with you. I was able to push through in my 20s whenever I was going, every couple years, but now in my 40s, when I go multiple times a year, I have learned a thing or two. So I'm going to share some of those tricks and tips with you. As I get older, I try very, very hard not to let the words "I'm old" come out of my mouth, because if you say it, then you think it. And if you think it, then you will be it. And I am not old by any means. But I am very aware that my body is maturing and that I do need to take extra special care of it in order for it to last as young as my mind is. And the first thing that I do is I make sure that I have proper shoes. Now, for every single person, your foot is different. So according to how your foot is the kind of shoe that you need to wear. But I will say, have a running or walking shoe or some kind of shoe that has extra cushion. I am telling you, that has been like a game changer for me just within the last 2 years. So when I first started doing this and going to the parks, I was trying to be cute and have my shoes match my outfit and all that. Well, that got old real quick. Now I do have shoes that I make sure that fit my feet well, have lots of cushion, and I know are going to help my knees and my back. I'm still working through the different types of shoes that I do like to wear in the parks, but so far, the shoes that I have been wearing on the last couple trips, number one, are going to be Brooks. I do have a pair of the Ghost 15s, and these are like a dream. I love these shoes. They help my feet, my knees, and my back all in one, and I know that I'm going to be able to survive a full park day in those shoes. I have also worn the New Balance 530s, and those are a running shoe. I will say that those are a little bit more rugged, don't have like quite the cushion that the Ghost 15s do, but they still do well for my feet. Now, another tip that I have is always bring at least 2 pairs of shoes. That way that you get to let your legs, your body, and your feet feel 2 different ways and swap out your shoes like from day to day. It just kind of helps even out your body, if you know what I mean, because every shoe kind of fits a little different, as you're walking and all of that kind of stuff. So I do still always bring at least 2 pairs of shoes with me, and that will work for all of you light packers as well. Now, when it comes to sandals, I have tried out a few sandals to wear in the parks. Now, I am not a Crocs wearer, so I have not tested those out. But so far, Tevas have been my absolute favorite with the thicker cushion on them. I do love those. I have also tried out the Chacos as well. And for my foot specifically, they're still just a little bit too hard to walk in all day in the park. So right now, Tevas are my hands down. Not to mention, they will last through any kind of weather. I have even worn them to a water park in a lazy river, full submerged, and those shoes stood the test of time, number one, all day long, being waterlogged. I did not slip on them, and they dried out very, very quickly. So if I know that I'm going in the summer months where the rain is really going to be prominent, I know that I have Tevas as a backup to be able to wear and not have to worry about having nasty, wet, soggy shoes. Along with my shoes, I'm also very intentional about the kind of socks that I bring on my trips as well. And I bring different kinds of socks for different times of the day. So first, I will bring either a tight-fitting athletic pair or a compression sock with me. I will have either a no-show sock that I will put underneath my cutesy socks, just in case I have like Disney themed socks that like make my outfit. Then I will have those no-show socks underneath those socks, just to make sure that my foot stays confined and the swelling does not get as bad. I also have found that I like the Dr. Motion crew socks. Those also do very, very well in the parks and keep my foot very tight and confined. And then the third one that I bring are also the long compression socks that will go all the way up to my knees. And I will wear those socks whenever I go back to the room and take a break, and or at night whenever I am sleeping. And that leads me into my entire routine that I have for myself on my trips. And I would usually start this on my arrival day. So first up, I will have a body soak. And I do the Dr. Teal's, I do the athletic soak. Because let's get real, you are working out on a Disney vacation. When you're walking 30,000 plus steps a day, you are gonna need an athletic soak. So that is what I will do every night after I get back to the parks and soak for at least 20 minutes. After that, then I have a muscle rub. I will rub my knees, my shins, my calves, and also my heels. And if I feel like there's any muscles like on the top of my foot, I will also rub it in there. doing that and then putting compression socks over my legs to be able to sleep in. And I will do this when I come back to the room in the middle of the day, and I will do this at night. And I'm telling you, it is like a reset for your legs, and it makes a huge difference. Now, do I have to do this every single time? No, but it is kind of like a preventative thing for me throughout my trip. I do also have Advil with me, or some kind of pain reliever. For me, it's mainly Advil. I will have it in my park bag during the day just in case I need to take the edge off, and I will also have a PM for me as well, just in case I need to take the edge off for the aches and the pains, if I have it like in my back, in my knees, you know, and things like that. So I do have that with me as well on my trips. And then lastly, for myself in the parks, just in case, say I am wearing Tevas that day, so I don't have socks on that are keeping my feet compressed, then sometimes my feet will swell, especially if I am going in the dead heat of the summer. I have my Buy Still Standing spray, and this is a natural anti-inflammatory spray, and it literally deflates my feet if I feel like that they are just getting very swollen and very red and starting to throb. So the spray itself is very cooling and just takes all that inflammation away, just to help me feel a little bit lighter on my feet, and I can finish out a park day with no issues with my feet. Along with my daily routine that I do on my trips, I do also have backup things just in case my feet decide to have a sense of humor and get a blister, or I just have a problem area on them. So the things that I will always bring with me is moleskin, and I will also bring little scissors with me as well. This is just something that you can cut to size if you need to, just in case you need like a little barrier between whatever is happening on your foot. If you have a blister, if something is rubbing somewhere, a certain part on your shoe or anything like that, it really does help. Now, with that, I also bring a foot powder with me. If you decide to put the moleskin on like during the day and your feet are hot and sweaty, the moleskin doesn't always stay put. I have found that. But having the foot powder and putting that on first, and it kind of dries all of that out, and then can help have the moleskin like adhere to your skin and stay a little bit longer. Now, if you're like back at the room and can start your day putting on the moleskin before you get out into the parks, they'll stay just fine. But if your feet are already out there, they're already swollen, they're already sweaty and just nasty, sometimes the moleskin doesn't always stay on. But I do have a backup to that, and that is corn cushions. And I use that as a barrier as well. The stickiness on the back of the corn cushions just stays so much better. So no matter if my feet are sweaty from being out all day or anything like that, I know that the corn cushions will have that barrier and will stay put. And then I always have multiple different kinds of Band-Aids with me as well. So just regular Band-Aids, but I also have the Band-Aid Hydro Seal ones for blisters specifically, because that specific Band-Aid will stay put if your foot is wet, you know, sweaty or anything like that. It's just one of those Band-Aids that has a great cushion and will stay in one place. And again, I also have backup Advil or some kind of pain reliever in my bag as well, just in case I need to take the edge off. Slip shorts or biker shorts are also in my arsenal of things. Now, these won't help with pain, but they definitely will prevent pain, especially if you are prone to chafing. Now, I have a beige pair and I have a black pair. No matter the time of year, I always have these under shorts, all of my skirts, and then if I'm wearing jeans as well, just in case. Having that extra layer, I'm telling you, is a game changer for the amount of friction that you put on your body and all of the walking that you are going through. Not to mention, ladies, getting in and out of those rides, you are not ladylike, especially when it comes to like Space Mountain. Yeah, so just having an extra layer underneath, no matter how long you think your dress is, having that extra layer to be able to try to get yourself up and out of a ride just gives you that extra layer of coverage as well. Taking care of your body is just one piece of the puzzle to make sure that your vacation is very enjoyable. Depending on the time of year, there are also different things that you need to be prepared with for weather. And I will leave all of those linked in the description box below for you, whether it be rain, the cold, or the heat of the summer. If you have any suggestions on things that you have used on your trips, I would love to hear about those in the comments below. I am always trying and testing out new things as I am going to Walt Disney World multiple times a year. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. That means I'm giving you the information that you are looking for. Also consider subscribing as I take you through everything that you need to know about planning a Walt Disney World Resort vacation. I'm Terry with Creating the Magic. Have a magical day.